Well, welcome into the Omega Dubai Desert Classic, the premier tag team tournament here in the TDTW, where competing tag teams are divided into 4 groups of 4 teams. Groups A to D. Teams in each group face one another in a round robin, with the top 2 teams advancing to the knockout stage. Group matches will have a 20-minute time limit. Teams will receive 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. If teams are tied on points after all group matches, then the head-to-head result between the tied teams will determine who advances. If still tied, or more than a 2-way tie, the team that won their matches in the shortest total time will move on to the knockout stage. And now, confirmation of the 4 groups of 4 teams in the competition this year. Group A, the top seed, much fancied Man of Virtue, the Swaggle Lanterns, Omerta, and of course, 3-man Taxi. Group B, Alpha Alliance, the Frontier, Brainrot, and the Wildcat Empire. Group C, the Vortex Club, Stars and Strikes, the Pint Men, and the Danny Dojo. And finally, Group D, the AirAsia Tag Team Champions, Lanny and Zenny, the Buffet Club, Rising Flames, and rounding it out, the English Defence League.
Well, here we go. The bell rings, and that means it's time for the final day of group stage action in the Dubai Desert Classic. Clem Fandango here to call 3-man Taxi, taking on perhaps the favourites for the whole tournament, the Man of Virtue. This is Group A. Currently the standings have the Men of Virtue on top of the group with 4 points, 2 wins from 2. 3-man Taxi and Omerta have a win apiece. And right at the bottom, 0 for 2, 0 points, the Swag Lanterns. That's going to make for a very interesting final group stage match day of competition here in Group A. A win for the Men of Virtue sees them sail through undefeated on 6 points. And that would very likely, although not completely mathematically, eliminate 3-man Taxi. They've really got to get the win here, you would imagine. And the crowd definitely hoping for a win. There's some signs for Wout Weghorst. Both big men of the team mixing it up. Here's the tag from Wout to Sully. Off of Brett's rope, down across. A small, of that very large back of the Acolyte Classy, Brendan Dassey. 2-man Taxi looking to do what they have never done before, and that is make it out of the Dubai Desert Classic group stages. Oh, nice backstabber there. He's going to make the tag to Wout Weghorst, but while he's doing that, Classy Brendan Dassey is able to bring in the Deacon. And a backstabber of his own there. And he thinks that could be enough to put the big Dutchman away. Not even close, I'm afraid. Still that very deliberate, intentional pace of the Deacon. And combined with the ferocity of big Classy Brendan Dassey. What are they aiming for here? Pops him up and down, oh dear! Wout Weghorst, I'm not sure if that was some sort of ring awareness or whether it was just his own momentum. Sent absolutely flying to the outside. Classy Brendan Dassey putting a very worried look on Masoud Balasso's face there as he takes out Sully as well for good measure. Here come the strikes. That's how quickly this match can turn. Three-man taxi, they were looking pretty decent in the early going. Oh, here comes Sully, perhaps looking for a bit of revenge. Referee there to ward him off. But he is there to get the tag made to him. My classy Brendan Dassey having some words with Masood Balassel, perhaps didn't see the tag. It was made to Sully. Into the cover. Barely a 1 count. He's having a small measure of success here against Dassey. Being able to take him down a few times. What's he looking for here? Hits the ropes. Enziguri. Nice surfboard style stretch. Coming down across the calves and hamstrings. Classic Brendan Dassey. Now finally he'll look to return Wout Weghorst to the ring with a double team maneuver. Off the ropes, double back body drop. And that's a hard landing. With a classy one. Weghorst rolling neck snap there. So we're approaching the 5-minute mark. In this matchup, it's certainly been physical to begin with. And Virtue obviously out here to dominate three-man taxi. No, they really do need this win.
Tag is good.
They're going for that double back body drop again, potentially. Yes, they are, and they get it for a second time. And they're carrying around as much weight as classy Brendan Dassey does, being elevated into the air like that and coming crashing down. It does not feel good. And now Sully into the cover. Just a 2, I'm afraid. I'm trying to nail him with some strikes. It pops him up a headbutt. I think Brendan Dassey was looking for one of those big decapitating lariats of his. Sully obviously being prepared, and here's a little bit of joint manipulation, snapping at the fingers. And then snatching that arm into a Kimura. Fortunately, Brendan Dassey just too large for that to have much of an effect. Now another tag made. What are they looking for here? Double hip toss incoming, gets all of it. Dassey has to roll to the outside for a little bit of respite. Both Brendan Dassey and Wout Weghorst, former Twitch champions in their own right. No. That could be what turns this match around for Dassey. Dropping Wout Weghorst head first onto the outside. Wout looked like he's in trouble here. Sully's going to break up that pin and caught the ref perhaps unintentionally there. And here we go. We've seen this many times from the men of Virtue. Oh no! Landing on top of the referee. I think, Masood, can you check on the referee, please? Oh, he's made his way back to his feet. And here we go again. Drop toe hold, elbow drop. Right between the shoulder blades. Wout is in quite a lot of trouble here. Sully cannot interfere. Referee. The slow count doesn't matter. Utter dominance from the men of Virtue.
Here are your winners. Hardcore Nick Hawley and Hussy Brendan Dassey. Men of Virtue.
As predicted, they sailed through the group. Perfect.
DDT Proving Grounds presents Gran Torneo de la Libertad 2025. A Block Proving Grounds Heavyweight Champion Big Time Bono, the Revolutionary Che Chavez, the Emperor El Machiyoshi Loco, Missing Link, the Gucci, Archangel Archie, Bosnian Dragon, Emir Vukovic, Crimson Comet, Kubo, Chelsea Dagger, Sterling Dangerfield, B-Block, Psychopath Andy the Hum, the Bear, Tim Collins, Butcher of the Pacific, Jacob Tonga, Maori Lion, Kaori Ryona, Irish Rebel, AJ Quinn, Campeon del Parejas, Firefly, Wuzong, The Last Yokai, Double Team, ICW, Heritage Champion, The Acid Jackal.
Here we go. Oh, onslaught of Omerta out of the blocks very quickly. Glenn Fandango calling the last match of Group A. Situation here is winning in for the Omerta boys, this time being represented by Lightseeker GSP and the quote-unquote leader Onslaught, joined on the outside by Ahmed. Whereas for the Swag O-Lanterns, they have got to win today to give themselves a shot of going through. They've got to win in under 14 minutes and 19 seconds. If they do that, despite going 0-2, they'll sneak in and slip through. There comes GSP high flying into the Swag Master. Of course, should Omerta win and qualify, they'll have to lock in which two members of their team they'll be using for the rest of the tournament in those knockout stages. I'm sure that'll be a perfectly civil discussion should it happen. And here we go. Take a drink if you're watching along at home for a single leg Boston Crab. Denied by the Swag Master, able to knock GSP off balance. And here we go, pump handle back suplex. Swag Master dropping down on the GSP into the cover. Just a one, I'm afraid. Not had it all their own way since returning from injury. The Swag O-Lanterns, maybe a little bit of ring rust for them. But like I said, if they win today and they do it in fast enough fashion, they'll be able to sneak through and continue on in this tournament. Double back body drop there as Danny Pumpkin enters the ring. Well, he's going for Onslaught, it seems. No luck there. Onslaught was ready for him. And now mocking Danny Pumpkin. So in turn, Danny Pumpkin's going to try and fire up the crowd, get them on side. Well, he's going to have some words with Ahmed. Danny Pumpkin, we know, quite an opinionated man at the best of times, and got distracted too much there. In the back of his big gourd head, driven into the mat by the Lightseeker. And here we go, camel clutch applied from GSP. Danny Pumpkin, though, able to use his strength to break the grasp. Oh wow, look at that turn up pace, pops himself up into a Hurricane Rana Followed up with that cannonball-like senton. Here we go. Slips through the back. GSP got caught. Tornado-style kick. And that's going to make him bring in the big man Onslaught. And GSP taking his time and rolling out of the ring. Getting a little bit in the way there. Fortunately for Danny Pumpkin, he was a little bit too preoccupied with GSP. And Onslaught will continue the onslaught. Lining him up for something here. Driving him off the buckle. Oh, Danny Pumpkin wanted the tag. Onslaught denied it. Just watch out for Ahmed on the outside. In case he wants to try and get himself involved or remove any of those turnbuckle pads. Onslaught flying right past the Swagmaster. Oh, look at this, just choking him in the corner. Referee, you're going to have to call for a break there. Oh no! Onslaught with a miss and follows it up with a punt kick. Right to the head of Danny Pumpkin. Danny Pumpkin looks in trouble. Swagmaster in. Swagmaster forced to break it up. But Omerta may be sealing through if Onslaught can connect with overkill. Danny Pumpkin in a world of trouble. Omerta to qualify from the group stages in impressive fashion.
Here are your winners. The Leg Seeker, GSP, and the Lunatic
Commiseration Swaggle Lanterns. Commiseration's three-man taxi. Omerta seal through.
Well, the final standings of Group A look like this. Men of Virtue breeze through 3 from 3. They'll be joined by Omerta. Commiserations to three-man taxi. And a bad tournament all round for the Swaggle Lanterns.